Dear brothers, the man is not exactly one, and when this man moved to the new time there will be no need of reincarnations, there is no need to learn, there is no need to forget, much less not be. I want to accept it or not, because it does not depend on any earthly man. Very soon humanity will be transformed from the face of the earth to face the space, to face the sun. Everything will change, everything will, nothing will be lost. Perfection never lose, always wins, adds and multiplies. The Father Creator creation does not lose, not kill and does not destroy, never, however, turns to higher degrees and adds by multiplications. Do not fear the light of lights descend on the earth, do not fear the actions of the high. Many will try to get away before the reality, others will not know to distinguish them, because they have lived here a constant lie in the mental darkness that is produced by the system itself and human land. We have to value every step of man in space, everything was given by the high, everything was carefully constructed, everything is always being done for humanity. We advise you to take care of his days within the space where are the eyes that has the face. If you do not wake up your sleeping consciousness through what have now, tomorrow may be too late. If love was taught, he was taught to love yourself and others, why did not? Why they refused and denied? Today could be quiet and happy awaiting our arrival to you. There would be less death and less hungry and suffering, because if educating the children in the principles of true love, adults would not have to fear today's insecurity. If you cannot think of who can, if you cannot with his own means to reach higher understanding, try to connect the high through your skulls, through your brains, through yourself. If you do not understand is why God did not seek to know themselves. If you want to understand the whys of all, start from now, the right now. Look at the sun and seek to understand that it transmits light and no one can surround the energies of the sun. Look at the moon, it continuously captures the sun's rays, on the other system transmits to earth and controls the human creation. There was the man who did it all. If there is a man who thinks he is wise, wisdom for it never existed. If there is any man who says powerful, he never understood the power, he has never known love, because he never saw himself through his brain light created by the Father, the image and likeness of the Son as Christ and Christ personified as a man. You need to know as Christ is you and you have to be like him, the same way that he has. You will never be able to dodge or escape that fate, even if they want. Cannot escape, even if they die, you do not die, even if they think they can kill, you do not kill, death does not exist. Remember, there is no death. You do not exist in that think they are, but can exist and understand that life starts from the inner sun, the astral brain, the solar center filled with lights that shine in his self-conscious of spiritual being, full of love, wisdom and power. He is the living Christ who is at all and which is called love. If you do not love, you never see the face of the sun. If you do not take good care, how can you get where it is needed? If you now transgress your fleshly vehicle, how may, by an astral energy body, clean this very body of impure energy acquired by the transgression of the divine laws? If you destroy and slowly kill your own being, every day, how can build others? Now, do not mistake as brothers, seeking always be yourself first. Ask who you are, every day and every moment. Look at the high through the stars and ask who am I? Ask every day, every night, complain, cry, ask, beg. And one day, a deep sense of love will spring from within your being, filling their eyes light and tears at the same moment. A sweet and loving voice inside your mind, answer them, you are me. And he will show his face light's dress, who are you, who lost the greater sun to have a kind of life in the darkness, an inverted system, and that is exactly the meaning of the word death. See, humanity lives in a mental part which is not considered conscious. This human mental part, within the upper wisdom, is called semi-conscious, being darkened by a mental drowsiness process Maya, due to a gigantic cosmic destruction in the past, before the Earth Big Bang, where everyone had to die, but did not die. There is no death. You did not die. You are here, remember, they are here. There is no death. But life there, and she is in every being on earth. She cares for each one who does not care, she knows what one does not know, she creates the changes in man through a perfect system in space. Among suns you will then when they reach the highest space, the sun will be in you, within the brain and can be seen. Then, the day will be constant and no sun on the outside, because the sun life lights inside and outside the same time. The light of is Christ before the eyes of life by the existing sun in the being, the presence of the Spirit for the Father's presence, which means a big city with 12 equal doors. The big city light has come over the earth, where every man will be raised to consciousness of light. Forget what I have seen so far, close your books if you do not understand the words, they could not be written by their real senses, but very soon, the opening of a new space, others, many, will come down to your planet. Many as men who walk the earth, they will drive this planet by the order of Christ, and Christ will have a new name for you and you will know who he is and also who you are. You could only find here by land space-time, but the superior space-time is so broad, so more wise and so different that all earthly wisdom will fall, and fall all sects, all religions, all kinds of government and all kinds of terrestrial science by men, because they also fall all the powers of heaven, will also fall a part of the earth. The earth will open in 3 parts, the man will lose a part of yourself that does not belong to him and another coming of the Alto will integrate this man today Atma. It will then be 2 spiritual powers connected to a brain of light. Never forget what we talked about today. You know that, transmit. You understand that, say the high who understood. If you do not understand, they ask, who does not ask, do not understand. Who feels it knows, already knew. Peace, the first light, Chrysostomar be with you all, dear brothers. What the sun shines more? To be transmitted to earth beings. The insignia of ASHTAR. Under the Alpha Omega commands. The great central sun. By Ergum Abraham